Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to be comparing and discussing these 4 pairs of earphones that I have in front of me. Basically, I'm going to get into which ones will be the best value for you. So at the top right, we have the Tin Audio T2s. Below that, we have the UiiSii Dt200s, aka T8s. Then at the top left, we have the 3D Jams. And then below that, last but not least, we have the KZ ZSNs. So right off the bat, all of these earphones sound very good. I'm a fan of them all, but with that said, I do prefer some over others. So now let's talk about the T2s first. So they offer a lot of detail within the sound. They're also the most neutral sounding out of the bunch. You won't be getting that extra OP pronounced bass, if you know what I mean, but you will get that sibilance. So they're probably the most sibilant sounding out of the 4. Now you also get a braided MMCX cable that you see here, to which honestly feels very delicate. It looks good but feels quite flimsy, so if you are considering purchasing these, then make sure to get a good aftermarket cable with them. I'll try to drop a link to a good one in the description below. If I do forget, please remind me. Now for the fit with these, it's pretty atrocious if you use a pair of silicone ear tips. They just keep slipping out of my ears. So I just end up using the included memory foam ear tips that these come with. So when using these T2s, you want to make sure that you are using the included baby blue colored memory foam ear tips that you see here. And honestly, they are pretty decent. Now there are a couple of ways that people wear these T2s. Some wear them around the ears, and others wear them in the standard way. The main thing here is that you wear them in a way that is most comfortable to you. One last thing with these T2s is if you spend an extra $10 more, you can get the T2 Pros, which are slightly but noticeably more detailed than these T2s. Next up, we've got the UiiSii Dt200s, also known as the T8s. These earphones are probably your best option to go if you aren't sure which IEMs to start with. They're also a good transitioning pair from earbuds to in-ear earphones. So if you were like me back in the day when I had a hard time using IEMs, these really helped me transition between earbuds to IEMs. Now with that all said, with these earphones you'll be getting some of the best, highest quality silicone ear tips. At least in my opinion, I feel that way. And when it comes to the sound, these are pretty warm sounding and offer a good amount of bass. And they'll give you an immersive listening experience like all the rest of the earphones here. And also on the cable, you do have an inline remote and mic. And for the fit, these will stay put in your ears quite well. The only con I can think of with them is the cable is a non-removable cable, so you don't get that option of easily replacing it if, or should I say when, it gets damaged. Other than that though, these are actually one of my favorite pairs of in-ears, right up there with the ZSN Pros and the ZSNs. And speaking of which, let's now move on to the KZ ZSNs. So I made a few videos on these already, so all I'm going to say about these is you have a very pronounced bass, they're inexpensive, you do get great overall sound, you get a very good fit, and they are very stable within the ears. They also look really nice with the metal and plastic combination. And also to mention, you do get a changeable 2-pin cable that can easily and inexpensively be replaced if damaged. If you're looking for a great sounding budget pair of earphones to add to your collection, then these would be it. Now for the 3D Gems, I'll put them in the middle between the UiiSii Dt200s and the ZSNs. So they're not as bright as the ZSNs, but they're also not as warm as the Dt200s. They have that big bass sound signature, so the bass will be almost as loud and booming like on the ZSNs. And along with that, you do get good highs. And they'll also be relatively stable within your ears. They have a removable MMCX cable, as you see here, which feels quite durable. Its tubing is made out of a substantially thicker silicone than your average earphone cable. And they also look pretty flashy too, with the bright red colored plastic shells. All of these earphones that you see here have very good instrument separation and are just overall very immersive. If you're new to the IEM world, get the UiiSii Dt200s. These will essentially get you used to IEMs. Now if you're not looking for a bass heavy pair of earphones and you want something more of a neutral sound, then go for the Tin Audio T2s or the Tin Audio T2 Pros. If you're a bass head but don't like shrieking highs too much, then get the 3D Jams. And if you want that big V-shaped sound signature with detailed and brighter highs and a bass that'll rock your eardrums, then get the ZSNs. Or if you have Amazon Prime, just purchase all of them and test them out, see which ones you like the most and keep them, and then return the ones that you don't like. Well, that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.